everybody's cat.
Excuse me. Hey.
Hello.
Come on and get out of the waiting room, folks. Climb on into the elevator. We're going all the way up to the 10th floor. And it's not just us, Ma. It's not just Matt and Kat. No. We got the chat with us here, piling on in. Chandra, of course, the first one here. Unlocking the waiting room door, providing the refreshments. Thank you, Chandra. Cindy's, hi, Kelly. Kelly's here, and Kelly already donated with a big Happy Mother's Day shout out to you, Ma.
Oh, thank you, Kelly.
Through our super chat function. And she doesn't have to do it alone, folks. If you want to, if you can, if you feel like you want to, you can also make a contribution through the super chat or the super thanks function. But that's up to you. We're still going to bring this show to you every single week at this time. Live. For free.
Yes.
All it costs, really, is one little subscription. Click that subscribe button.
Yep.
That's all. Hey, Jeannie's back. Hey, Jeannie, it has been a long time since we've seen you. All 45 minutes. Because, of course, Jeannie is here with us every single week at 9 a.m. for the Days for Dummies podcast. So if you're in the Days of Our Lives or want to get into Days of Our Lives or just like Matt and Kat, come join us.
Yeah. She takes advantage of that double feature, doesn't she?
Oh, yes. Just back to back. You know, follow Jeannie's example. Would love to, but me is poor, she says Jeannie. But you know what? That's all right. That's all right. I'm poor too. I wouldn't be able to donate to this show. Oh, God. Hey, Liz. Hey, Sandra. Hi. How's my volume today? Somebody commented saying that my volume was too low.
You sound fine to me.
Yeah, I mean, I sound fine to me too, but I want to make sure I'm fine for everybody else. I want everybody to have the best experience here on the 10th floor they possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Irma just found your channel, she says. Super happy to find her, the GH fans. You know what, Irma? We're very happy that you found us here on the 10th floor.
Yeah, we've been around for a while, and we're glad you're here.
Welcome. I mean, usually we have a banner for the episode, a little thumbnail for the episode that's a little more GH-centric. But since this week is Mother's Day, I dedicate it all to my mama.
Yep. Pictures of me. So in that picture, you guys, a little dude.
Yeah.
In that 1980-something picture, that's so obvious.
So
the little dude is Matthew.
So I have the thumbnail. The thumbnail has several pictures of you, and then on the little layout broadcast thing, there's 4 pictures as well of Mother in Yesteryear. So, you know, on the banner itself, it's the first one is you and your granddaughter as she just looks adoringly at you. And it was too good of a picture for me to not include.
I love that picture.
Because it really is just just the visual representation of what it is to have my mama as her grandma.
Kelly looks very happy, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Very happy and content with her grandma.
And then, of course, we have a picture of us with Bradford Anderson and Steve Burton from their Stone Cold and the Jackal tour live shows that they did. We did a VIP meet and greet. And this was like a month into us doing the podcast.
Yeah. It wasn't even that, Matt.
It was weeks
because
or something.
we started right in the hot seat of COVID.
Yeah.
So that we were touching each other in that photo. So
yeah. So yeah.
It's like 2019, maybe 2018 even.
Oh gosh, it might have even
the very first time we went and saw them.
Yeah. So we weren't even podcasting then.
No.
Oh wow.
We weren't even podcasting.
That's pre-podcast then. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy. Also on the thumbnail, I'm not gonna spend an hour talking about pictures. I just wanted to go through it because it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Thank you, sweetheart.
The third picture on there is me and my brother, I think. It's either my sister and my brother or me and my brother. I can never tell if this is me or my sister because of the color of the eyes.
Are you talking about the baby picture?
Yeah, there's a little picture of me, of maybe me and Steve on a couch.
That is definitely you and your brother, and it could not be your brother and your sister because he is 8 years older than her.
Well, I get that, but like I said, at 9 a.m., I can't tell how old anybody is ever. I'm looking at myself right now, look at this fresh-faced 26-year-old man. I'm looking at myself. You know, that's wrong.
That'd be wrong.
We also got Mama and Granny, of course. Can't go through anything without including one of their best pictures they've ever taken together in their life.
There isn't actually There's not a lot of pictures of me and grandma together.
Well, then this
Not a
is
lot.
top 10. Top 10. Then, of course, a wedding picture of you and dad.
Yep.
And then covered by Sunday at 11 a.m. is also repeated here first, is a picture from the 80s. Or, I mean, yeah, I have to be 2, so this must be 1989.
Yeah, yeah, it's got to be around then because, I'm not pregnant with your sister yet.
Right, right. And you spent most of 1990 pregnant with her.
Mm-hmm.
Then you repeated down at the bottom are 2 of the pictures that are also on the cover. It's Ma and Granny, us with Steve and Bradford, and then the last picture is the adult children of my mother.
Yep.
So for those who have never seen my brother's face before, I guess my
It's
sister's either.
2 boys and my little mini-me.
Yes, indeed. If you and your sister favor so much, is her beard as lush? Asks Melissa. You know what? It's not. It's not. It's very fine. It's very blonde. It doesn't. You can't really tell. Not yet. Anyway, happy Mother's Day, Ma. Happy to have you here. Hopefully, we didn't lose the entire audience. Not getting into GH right away.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
This is a treat. It's a gift that I get to have every year, and this is the 5th one now in a row, in which I get to have a podcast with my mom. I get to talk to her for well over an hour on Mother's Day.
Yep.
So happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, just all over this chat. So take that from everybody
happy
watching.
Mother's Day to everybody.
Jeannie is 62, so you got a contemporary with you hanging out.
Oh gosh, Jeannie, we are the same age. I'll be 63 in August.
Oh goodness. Kaiwan's birthday just passed as well. They got a clock, so congratulations on the awesome gift of a clock. It's kind of old school. I sound fine today. Thanks so much. Thank you very much, Sandra. Let's see. Loved Mama Cat and Daddy T's wedding photo, says Chandra.
We are 19 years old there.
Yeah.
Very, very, very young when we got married. And that picture also proves that I am truly a brunette like Matt.
Yes. It's just, I'm covered now. Eventually I'll get to that point where I'm like, wow, this is so gray. I need to go blonde. Eventually I'll do it. Let's see. Congratulations on her great performance. Hopefully she'll have some scholarships, says Melissa to Chandra, who said that she finished 8th in her track season and 1st place in shot put. Well, congratulations to Chandra's niece. Throwing that shot put as far as it can go.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. I went to my grandson's Little League game yesterday. Well, actually plays Babe Ruth, but Little League Babe Ruth is the same thing.
Right.
Went to his baseball game yesterday. That was so fun. I got a little sunburn on my head a little bit. And we're a baseball family. I've spent a lot of time in the baseball field, not just spectating, no, not playing. I'm that loudmouth in the stands. My kid, Stephen used to get so irritated with me. He said, Mom, please stop. Because I'm one of those that's in the stands. Run, baby, run.
Cheer, yes, go.
Don't call me baby at the ball field. What's wrong with you? Anyway,
Right.
I'm much better about it than I used to be.
Okay. All right, Chandra amended her statement. She finished 1st in her 8th grade class. So even better.
For what? Like the presidential?
For the shot put. For the shot put thing.
Oh my gosh. I failed miserably at all that. I was terrible. I failed I hated that thing too. That whole stretch week they had. It was a presidential thing. That's what it was called back then.
Congratulations. Whatever it is the function was. Congratulations. Chandra's
man, I wish I'd have come in for I think, Chandra, I came in last at every damn thing.
Well, effort plays a my mom did that. Jeannie says my mom did that with her brother when they played football and baseball. So you're not alone in the run, baby, run.
Yeah.
I imagine as an adult, he doesn't mind it so much when you're screaming at his kid rather than him experiencing it himself. Hey, Stephanie.
Well,
but that's it. That's Mother's Day.
I don't call anybody baby or sweetheart on the ball field anymore.
Well, that is it. That's Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
We'll put that away for now. Real life Mother's Day. We'll talk about Mother's Day on GH, which hasn't really occurred.
No,
No, it was
they
very much.
haven't really
They're
had
not
any.
doing it.
They're not doing it.
No,
You
no.
know, and sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah,
Um,
this time it's wedding. It's gonna be a wedding week.
yes, it's all about the wedding. They're just skipping over Mother's Day,
Yeah.
and that's fine. And that's fine. Um,
Yeah.
boy, Days of Our Lives, they had a whole Mother's Day day on
They
Friday.
yeah, it was a
They did.
multiple Mother's Day days,
Yeah,
really.
lots of Mother's Day
Mother's
stuff
love.
on Days of Our Lives
Yeah,
on Friday.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a General Hospital. Well, they got too much going on with the wedding. They can't be. They might mention it in passing on Monday. Maybe like maybe like this. Like it would be funny if just Sonny just blows off Mother's Day and doesn't say anything to Ava at all. And then as she's leaving for,
And
not
it's
being able to go
Mother's
to the
Day.
wedding, yeah, she would say, "Well, happy Mother's Day to you, Sonny." And walk out.
I was thinking more along the lines of like Lois being like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Brooklyn. One day removed from Mother's Day and you get married. It's like you're trying to take some of my thunder. uh, the,
Oh, I hope Rena stays on General Hospital.
oh, I don't see her
I
going
love her.
anywhere anytime soon.
Love her.
No, 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 no. Really, the rumblings that I've been hearing recently is, ooh, I'm starting to see where Finn might be going to. If he
Mm.
indeed is on his way out.
You think he's on his way out?
I don't know.
There's been rumors, huh?
It was so basically the way it looked to me. I'm not back there. Nor am I like on social media reading everybody's account every single day or anything like that.
No.
Actors or fans or anybody like that. I'm not that tuned in. But basically, it was like they have gotten rid of Michael Easton. This is a foregone conclusion. All we have to do is the countdown now. He's gonna be out of here in 8 days. Like, whoa, fellas and ladies. Whoa. And then all of that just went away. Nobody said a
I can go
thing.
see him next weekend if I wanted to in
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Nobody said a thing. No updates on it. The speculation seems to have been completely removed from the regular conversation that happens on social media. So to me, it seemed like here's this rampant rumor that didn't turn out to be true, and everybody moved on very quickly. But I don't know. I don't know. It is a new writing team. It's a new era of General Hospital, and when it comes down to it, the cast is kind of full. I don't know.
It is. It is. It appears that Finn's going to fall off the wagon.
He is struggling. He has been like Alexis was even two weeks ago or something like that was like, Finn, you need to go to a meeting, and he's like, I got too much to do. She's like, no, dude, you don't have so much to do that you don't have time to go sit an hour in an AA meeting or an NA meeting or whatever it is, and get yourself straightened out so you can make sure that you are where you need to be for the people that you're trying to be there for.
Yeah.
Essentially,
And so
is
like
what that was.
the way when Finn was struggling before, his drug of choice wasn't alcohol.
No. It was
seems
lizard
like-
blood.
Yeah.
He was just sucking on toads.
Oh, God. That looked nasty, man.
Oh goodness.
Well, it seems like Finn is he might spiral as his dad's health disintegrates.
Well, and then this week they were yelling at each other, and you could really see in Finn's face how much it bothered him. Like, listen, Gregory, buddy, I know that you're really going through it right now, but now is not the time to bring up the mistakes of people from 20 years ago plus 30 years ago, whatever it was.
Yes. Well,
you are walking toward the light, Gregory. Now is not the time to remind people of the faults they have.
Well, I think, he felt attacked. He felt attacked, so he took something out of his arsenal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you struck me, I'm striking back. That's how we feel. Hit me, get hit. Get hit. That's what they say in short. So you verbally hit me, I'm gonna verbally hit you back. I don't know. It's tough because so this actually was the episode. It was Thursday. I did a live watch on YouTube of it. So if you want to go into the library, you can. I think I put it in the 10th floor folder of Brennan is in the thumbnail, even though he wasn't actually in the episode, but I'm just silly like that. It's because people find his eyes dreamy. And so I'm like, I'm going to put Brennan on here. Maybe those will be clickable. Uh,
I don't see the, everybody's different. I don't see the attraction for him.
I can understand it. I understand it,
To me, Gregory's better looking than Brennan.
It's personal taste and preference, right?
Mhm.
I think what a lot has to do with just like the smoothness, and then there's
Yeah,
an
he's got some,
accent.
he's got some suave.
There's some suave. There's the accent, all of that really support it. Gregory is very nice guy American, and that's not necessarily the most attractive archetype out there,
No.
especially for people who are like into TV characters and not real life people. Because remember, none of these people are real, all right? If you think any of these people are real, I need you to go to a website called betterhelp.com and talk to somebody about
Oh my
detachment
gosh.
from reality, please. No, but really,
I'll give you some reality, though. I'll give you some reality. John J. Yorks looks good, and he
yes,
went back to work,
so did Kirsten
and
Storms.
he looks
He
fantastic.
looks like nothing happened. It looks like he took a vacation, really. It's
Oh
like,
my gosh,
oh
I
yeah,
can't
yeah, I
wait.
told you all of this stuff that was going on, but I was really just hanging out in the Bahamas.
Well, you talk about it, talk about old dudes, old good looking old dudes. I think he's the best one, actually.
There really is a large Mac contingent out there. A lot of people just really like that guy. And when it comes down to it, for his age bracket, he's the one that has kept it the most together when it comes to just
He,
the physical rig.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because he's still in incredible non-steroid shape,
Mm-hmm.
which just shows a lifetime of healthy choices.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something that we talked about too when he was first diagnosed and had to go away and went through the chemo, and we saw the
Mm-hmm.
pictures of him with the shaved head and all that kind of stuff. We
Mm-hmm.
spoke about his healthy choices and habits that he clearly has had throughout his entire life, and how that is
Mm-hmm.
going to help him in this situation. And it looks to
Mm-hmm.
be the truth. I'm not a doctor.
And you
Let me
don't
just
play
say
one
that.
on TV
And I
either.
don't play one on TV, and I don't. What I do is I Google. What I do is I Google, and I'm like, here's my symptom, and then it says you're dying, and I'm like, well, I'm not dying. I don't feel like I'm dying. And then I move on, and that is the extent of my doctoring.
Oh my gosh.
My left
Matt.
toe hurts. Well, it's diabetes. What the? No, it's not.
So you go on those things to find out what it isn't.
Pretty much, like so, you. So here's a fun fact, everybody. I was born with a hernia and needed a surgery at like 2 days old or something nonsense like that. Like
Yeah, you were 6 weeks old when you had your
6 weeks old.
surgery.
Yeah. So I mean, I was super 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 young. Um, but on occasion, every great once in a while, the area in which I had the surgery as a freaking baby hurts to this day.
Really?
Not in a way where it's like debilitating or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that, but there's definitely at some point in my life somebody got in there. Uh,
Yeah, they stitched it closed is what they did.
yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it like when he was 6 weeks old, you guys, like that scar was like almost across his entire abdomen. But I'm sure it looks this big on you now, if you can even find it.
Like if I were to search for it, I have to like I'm not the most skinny person, uh, and it has definitely shifted and migrated to a very non-visible part of my body. So, and
So
I'm not
anyway,
talking about my booty.
did you guys see that that Mac is on his way back?
Yeah, so I've shared the pictures on Twitter. So if you're following us there, you saw them. They also were all over Instagram and all over the GH social media. John J. York and a Mac is back T-shirt, hanging out
Yes.
with Felicia, hanging out with Cody,
Yep.
taking pictures outside the GH studio,
Yep.
and
Yep.
just full head of hair, big
Yes.
smiles, shouting to the heavens. I shared a song lyrics with it. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
So I shared a picture on Twitter. Follow us at 10th Floor GH, 10th Floor GH. I haven't read any of this chat yet, and I'll have to go back into that in a minute. Anyway, so I shared some song lyrics, some celebratory song lyrics and stuff. So follow us on Twitter at 10floorgh. Get all those pictures, get all that reaction. Join in on the conversation all week long. And yeah, it was a big celebration day for me. I really wanted to highlight the fact that Mac is back and hopefully be a little beacon of sunshine in the
Exactly.
social media
Exactly.
timeline.
And I'm just so happy for the whole team there at General Hospital
Mm-hmm.
because, um, on the other health crises they've had in the last 2 or 3 years haven't turned out to be favorable.
No, not at all. Not
And,
at all. The health
isn't it
win.
great to see somebody get well?
Yeah, it's a health win. It
Oh my
wasn't
goodness.
a, oh my gosh, this happened and now we've never seen John J. Yorks again because he's too ill to come back. Like we didn't get any of that, you know.
Uh-uh.
And it's almost like it's almost as triumphant as when like they're able to get Leslie Charleston in front of a recorder to do a voice message or something. Like it's just good to have, good to see. And when
Right.
you're invested, like soap fans are, we're one of the most invested groups out there. It
Sure
makes
are.
sense. It's a part of our daily life, really, is these soaps.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a weekly thing. It's not 8 episodes once a year. This is a daily life thing for a lot of
It's a
people.
it's a daily thing for a lot of us, and
Hmm.
it's a daily thing that we were able to do for decades.
For decades and decades. And so it's just a
Yeah,
big part of people's memories. It's been a big part of their lives, just being entertained by these stories. So I get the passion. I do. And I love to
that's
see the
certain.
passion come out positively, like celebrating John J. York's
Yes,
return.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's read some of the chat, shall I?
Mhm.
Sindus, hi Sindus. Andrea, is it Andrea or Andrea? Let me know. Spell it out. Welcome to the
Andrea.
show. Or is it Andrea? See, look at that. Andrea. Anyway, Andrea O'Brien is the name. Hi, happy Mother's Day to you. I don't recognize your name, so welcome if this is your first time.
Yeah.
Sindus, hi Sindus. Let's see, not all GH men are everyone's taste for looks, says Kelly. And that's true. GH has a really, diverse looking cast, I think.
They do.
Like if you were to stick, Eric and EJ from Days of Our Lives kind of standing next to each other, of course they're obviously different people, but they're still kind of sort of well-developed white brunettes.
Yeah, hey, yeah, stick Brady in there too.
Yeah, but on GH, you got TJ and Chase and Valentine and Jagger, I feel like all of these kind of
Mhm.
all hit different
I saw
groups.
I saw him this morning on an episode of with Stephen Bradford, the fellow that plays Jagger.
Yes.
I saw him.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the whole episode because I didn't have time to.
Apparently
But
he's fun and full of personality.
yeah, and he's from Canada.
Oh,
He's
is he?
Canadian, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly. Look at that. You
He's
got another
Canadian.
Canadian brother out there on General Hospital. Maybe one day you, Jagger, and Dante can all have lunch together.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Melissa says that, in all fairness, Matt, we do see these fake people more often than some of our real family members. That's true. That's true.
Very true.
I had this realization that I spend more time with my coworkers than family and stuff, and I'm like, oh God, that's true.
Well, that's
true.
very true. If you have a traditional work week, 5 days, 8 hours a day, 10
Yeah.
hours a day, heck yeah, you're gonna spend more
Yeah.
time with those folks.
Because you go home and you're only home active and awake for 5 hours before you go to bed, right?
Mhm.
So in really the grand scheme of things, really sad. And one day I hope to never have to go back to any sort of real traditional work. So continue to please donate to the show like Carolyn just did. Hey, if you guys want to continue to keep me out of an office, use the super chat function. Thank you. Let's see. Tristan posted Happy Mother's Day today. So Tristan Rogers, I believe. So Happy Mother's Day from Tristan. Hey. Oh, goodness gracious. Me too, Melissa. What is that? I want to see Mac teasing Robert about Diane. Okay. I'm here for the Scorpio brothers. I think
Me
that they do a
too.
great job together.
I love Scorpio brothers.
It's obvious, without saying, hey, Tristan Rogers has this, that, or the other thing, because I don't know. But it's obvious that Tristan is continuing to grow older before our very eyes.
The last time we saw him on screen, it was a little jarring,
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, it's not that. Listen, don't take my words as judgment, as hate, as anything other than just a statement of fact. Some facts are just unavoidable. It's obvious that Tristan is old. Like
I think all of us in the last scene we saw, we saw him. I believe he was at the Metrocourt restaurant. It was the last time we saw
yeah,
him
yeah, having a lunch or something with I think
having
it was
lunch
with
with.
Anna.
I think it was with Anna. And it was very obvious to all of us that watched it
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
Tristan was different.
So if he's running low on fuel, we'll say, when it comes to being able to come into the set and give it the way that he has been. And I'm not saying that's the case, all right, folks. I am not saying that's the case.
Hmm.
But if it is, I would really want to make sure that we get some really great Mac and Robert content before,
I do. I
we lose
do.
the ability to have such a classic pairing. And
Hmm.
this is just statement of real life facts, you guys. It makes me
Yeah,
so like weird to say it, but also at the same time, it's true. We just saw it happen with Monica. She faded from the show.
she did.
Did it for as long as she possibly could, but
Hmm.
eventually, clearly, it's gotten to a point where she just can't make it anymore.
Yeah, just getting to that studio is quite hard.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Chandra, thank you very much for your donation as well to keep Matt out of corporate America. She says so. Thank you, thank you. I do like that. I love that idea. I do love that idea. I do. Andrea's
Matthew, it
happy.
would be wonderful if Matthew could produce and just create.
If I could just, yeah, if I could just podcast, if you guys had a great time with me doing those live reactions to watch a GH, I can do that on a regular basis and then hide it behind a paywall. So, I'll do that to you. Matt's day-old live GH reaction because he watches it on General Hospital and doesn't, or watches it on Hulu and doesn't want to podcast it 10 p.m. Oh, he posted months ago that he's been sidetracked and didn't say how or why, Jeannie says. So that must be in reference to Tristan Rogers. Let's see. I think we're going
I
to.
hope he's okay.
Stephanie says that she's, concerned over the future of Monica, the character, and of course the actress as well, because it's going to be a sad, inevitable day, and it still could be a decade from now.
It could be.
You know.
It could be. And I know, I myself, and I know a lot of you too. You would enjoy a Jason Monica scene, wouldn't you? I would.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to get one last Jason Monica, I love you, Mama scene,
Jason
right?
Monica scene. It would be great. It would be great actually if we could have a scene um where it's Jason and Drew and Monica, and
Mm-hmm.
somehow she's able to not necessarily fix their relationship, but make them tolerate each other at least.
Yes, yes. Get a little closer to like the Billy Miller as Jason type of relationship that they had.
Hmm.
What is your shop link, Ma? Kelly's been asking. We forgot to share it on Twitter last week.
Oh,
It's a Poshmark
yeah.
and your cat 10th floor.
Yep. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna do a Google search, see if I can come up with it right now. Mama Cat 10th floor, Catherine's closet, 4.5 rated stars out of 14,000 reviews. Ma, is that right?
Well, my store's been open for almost 3 years.
Boom, boom, boom. There. I believe
I
that I
saw.
have shared a link.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I've sold something like 900 items now.
Wow, congratulations on doing so well.
Mhm. And now I'm not doing as many. I have a lot of clothes for sale, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing a little less clothes and a little more hardwares, more like, decor stuff.
Oh, okay, all right.
Trying
So
to,
get your diverse
trying to, yeah.
what is it? Resupply. I don't know what they call it. That sort of market.
It's resale.
Resaled. Just really cool stuff that Ma found that
Hmm.
you didn't have to seek out yourself that
Yeah.
are available.
Yeah, a lot of arbitrage stuff, which means it's new,
Yeah.
but perhaps it's dead stock, but it's new.
Okay.
Like for instance, I just sent these out last week.
Yeah.
I found a pair of Jordache shorts
Mm-hmm.
from 1985
Hey, if you like Jordache,
with still the tags on them.
but still tags. You can put those in a
No,
vault. They'll continue to
no,
appreciate.
I sold those dang things. Sure did.
Kelly wants to know if you ship to Canada.
Actually, no.
We might figure it out for you,
Um,
Kelly.
no.
It's hard. It's exports and all that kind of stuff. It's a little bit different than like sending a headshot or an
Mhm,
autograph or an 8x10. You
mhm,
can kind of just stick that in an envelope and it'll get there. But when it
mhm,
comes to like a package with something in it and stuff, there's a commercial invoice and you bought it and an export and all that kind of stuff.
mhm.
I mean, I could use some tips on how to do it, but it's involved. However, Canada is included in NAFTA, which is the North American Free Trade Agreement,
Mhm.
which makes it so you really only have to pay a couple of fees to get something over the border rather than an actual whole
Actually,
export tax.
yeah, I know. I've never shipped anything out of the country from my store,
This
actually.
is what you do, Kelly. All right, you find something that you like on there, right? And you send us a message on Twitter. Okay,
Mm,
we'll get you your thing. We'll just
yep,
skip the Poshmark part.
sure will.
All right, I agree, Michelle. How are you doing today? Oh, Andrea is the most pleasant person that we've had in chat. Just wishing everybody a great day and wanting to know how they are, and I love to see it. I really do. Um,
Awesome.
what is that? Somebody said something about something that I wanted to talk about here. Uh, I don't know. Whatever. Let's pick a topic, Ma. Let's pick a
Let's pick a
topic and
topic.
stay on GH for a little while. What do you think?
Yes.
You want to talk about this week or planning for next week? Let's
I'm
talk
going to
about
talk
this week.
about, okay.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about. Let's talk about. Let's continue to talk about that Thursday episode that I watched live on
hmm
YouTube.
Is that the day that Carly went to see Brennan?
It isn't. It isn't.
Oh, that
But
was
it is
Wednesday
the
then.
day that Danny went missing and Sam went to go talk to Jason about it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to see my live reactions of what it is like for me to watch General Hospital, if you want to see what it's like when Matt from the 10th floor really enjoys a scene, watch that video because I was flipping blown away.
Where is that damn Danny at?
So there was a clerical error. He was at school the whole time,
Oh,
but
that's
the
right.
computer showed him as absent because of some sort of mistake that a teacher made or a TA made or something. And so
Mm-hmm.
Sam gets a call saying, "Where's your kid?" And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Get Jason." Rushes over to
Mm-hmm.
Jason. Where the F is Danny? And Jason's like, "Listen, I left this kid with you because I thought you were good at this. Like, I have been distant and not paying attention and taking care of Carly and all that kind of stuff because I thought that you were good at this, Sam." Okay, that's not the quote, but that was essentially what I
Yeah.
got from it. I enjoyed seeing Kelly Monaco and Steve Burton really give it in a scene together
Yes.
because I know that the magic of J. Sam wasn't there when Steve Burton came back 5 years ago,
No.
which means that I missed really what it is that these two actors brought together that really hooked the audience into their
Because
relationship.
you didn't see the noodle.
I didn't see the noodle Buddha. I didn't see him carrying
No.
her upstairs. I didn't see them making out in the candlelight when the power's out. I didn't see all of the cutesy little Jason and Sam moments.
There was some good stuff with Jason and Sam, like when they went to Hawaii and Franco was like terrorizing them.
Mm,
Well, maybe they weren't in Hawaii, but they were in a tropical, like, I don't
yeah,
know, maybe they were on Sunny's Island.
they were
And
somewhere tropical.
yeah. And oh my gosh. And then Franco led them to believe that he had raped her.
Oof. Yeah, that's no good.
Oh,
We led Franco led her to believe that he had. I gotta come up with a really great euphemism. Boxcard her.
yeah.
We'll try our best to refer to that as boxcar as much as possible. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Let
Just
let,
don't
let us
think we're
know.
talking about Liz in the boxcar, though.
Right. Right. So let me know if that is an agreeable euphemism or whatever it is of the word,
Hmm.
synonym,
Hmm.
whatever the right word for a different word is.
It's
Um,
not supposed to say that other word, really.
but we're not supposed to say the 4-letter one.
Yeah.
Just to get into practice. It doesn't matter right now, but it will at some point.
Hmm. Hmm.
So let me know. Let's see. I guess the report cards are sent electronically now too. Okay, so updating. Sam didn't get a call. She is watching this boy like a hawk, is what it is, and went into the
She is.
computer and said, "Is this boy in school? He's not, Jason."
Yes. She's so concerned, and she should be actually. She's concerned that he's going to turn out just like his dad and be like looking for that adrenaline rush
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
that Jason kind of thrives on.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He likes being on the edge of chaos. It feels good to him. Feels
Yeah.
normal. Not good. It feels normal, I think.
Yeah, I get it. Just real quick, Sindis, they retconned the assault on Sam by Franco. Yes, I think Ma said led her to believe that he did, just
Yes.
to make sure that we're all on the same page here.
Yes.
Anyway, um, damn, Jason, really good. Love to see it. I also appreciate, like I was making the joke, I left him with you because I thought you were good at this, but he was also like, you're training our boy to lie to you, by the way. If you're worried that he's going to turn out like me, let me tell you exactly how I would react in this situation then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which means that, if I was Danny, I would then just opt to never tell you the truth about anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And not share things with you anymore.
I'm not going to tell you anything because you're going to say, you stay in your room. I don't trust you, you know?
Yeah, well, the best way to get yourself a secretive teenager is just overreact like heck about everything. You can't, even if you have to go inside your room and just like scream into a pillow and say all kinds of stuff. Don't don't go on the deep end in front of them kids because then they're gonna do something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not gonna have a clue at all.
And they had passion, Ma.
Yeah.
These actors, oh my God, I just loved. Listen. Again, this isn't judgment. This isn't me saying, oh, they suck, or they really suck together, or anything like that, or they don't love it. Blah blah blah. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying
Mhm.
that there was a spark and there was magic there that I
I thought
hadn't
so
quite
too.
seen before.
I thought so too. I thought so too. And it made me think that maybe like whatever, and we don't know, you guys. Of course, we don't know, but you could feel it sort of in the years past. Um, that funky spot that Steve and Kelly were in,
Yeah,
maybe they resolved it.
yeah, maybe, maybe,
Maybe enough time and a very good conversation, and
or
they.
playing a scene in which you're not getting along is a little easier.
Well, it was good though.
It was really good. I really
It was
appreciated
really
the
good.
the insight that Jason brought. I think this is the best Jason that's ever been written. Honestly, this
Mhm.
is I think that the most like I don't even know the right words to describe it. This is just the most rounded out good Jason. There's more to him than crime. There's more to him than a
He's not
particular
just Stone
woman.
Cold the Enforcer.
Yes. It's like not going back into that world immediately has made it so whatever it is that he had, I don't know, continued to pick up over the distance that he's had with the family
Hmm.
didn't immediately go away. The
Hmm.
independence, the passion, the want, the need, the drive, the whatever it is, didn't
Hmm.
get sucked away by Sonny.
And I think this is great too for him. I think Steve Burton is being more challenged than he was in the past as Jason.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
Jason appears to have more layers. You know,
I'm sorry.
requires
Yeah. 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 It's good. I'm sorry. Melissa is
this
running
intuitive
with this
acting.
boxcar thing and it's distracting me. The actual boxcar with Michael happened, but they retconned it saying that Franco didn't send the inmate to boxcar him. He was supposed to fake it like with Sam, but it wasn't. What is it? There's another one in here. The great Chandra says in the 60s and 70s, women were boxcars often on GH.
It's
Melissa
true.
says, hell,
It's
Laura
not funny,
married her
but it's true.
boxcar conductor. What have I done? I've taken the teeth away from assault. Oh boy. It also helps that Jason has more dialogue, says Melissa, back on track. Yeah. With being able to
Yeah,
say something, you're able to get into his head a little more, right?
yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it.
Hey, Lola's mom. I love it. I love it too. I really appreciate and enjoy that scene. And just
And I
yelling at each other.
heard. You know what's going to happen next week? I heard
Mm-hmm.
that we're going to have a Spinelli Jason scene.
Oh, good. Maybe at the wedding. Jason's going to show up to that, right? He's got to.
He wasn't invited.
It doesn't mean he's not going to show up to it.
Yeah, there's gonna be Monica at the top of the stairs. Let Jason in.
It's like the graduate. He's just behind a big window. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Jason has a personality away from Sunny, says Chandra. There you go. That's what it comes down to it. Sunny has never been good for Jason. And I think we're seeing that right away.
Now, when yes, when Jason all those years ago, right when he had recovered from his accident with AJ, but of course wasn't the same, and he wasn't fitting into the Quartermaines, and he needed a place to land. Sonny was okay for him. Now, Sonny was self-serving. Yes, Sonny was self-serving. He had an agenda. It wasn't just, let me be nice to this Quartermaine kid. No,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just that. But yeah, he did have a positive thing, I think, back then.
Yeah,
Jason needed him.
He needed a relatively safe place to land.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't exactly the direction that the Quartermaines wanted him to go in, but it was a direction. Oh. And you know what? Even then, it's been all about Carly this whole time anyway, right?
It appears to be.
I mean, they're even talking like, hey, okay, what's your take on this, Ma? All right, so there's been some chatter, some dialogue about how much Carly really wanted the mob life. To be around the mob life and to be married to a mobster and all that kind of stuff, right? Because Jason was essentially like, Monday is being ordered, by the way.
Yay!
Tomorrow. Anyway, so he's like, hey, Carly, we drew her into this world. We pulled her into this.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for us, she never would have been here. She never would have worn that white dress and looked so stunning. Never would have happened if it wasn't for me and Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's true. It's not like she would have had an in into the mafia if it wasn't for those guys. But
but Carly, back then, Carly was so volatile all the time.
Yeah.
That if she wouldn't have hooked up with these two and went down that mobster path, the life that it wouldn't have been any better. She'd have chose something worse.
It would have been something similar, just not organized.
Right. Because back then, Carly has grown up.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, she's still spontaneous and will just like going to see Brennan. She didn't talk to nobody about that.
Nope.
Oh, she just went.
Yep.
So she's still like that, spontaneous, and she's still capable of making a spontaneous bad decision, but she's not nearly as flighty as she was when she was 25. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I mean, I guess take it for whatever it is that you do. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's tough. When it comes down to it, I don't know.
Like Jason's conversation with Anna this week, he was like, Jason knows Carly and he can pretty much.
Yeah.
He can pretty much,
that's been so emphasized.
Say exactly what she's going to do. He can.
Since he walked back onto the soundstage, Carly and Jason knowing each other better than they know themselves has been top of the story.
Yep. And like he said, she thinks she's helping me.
There's only one reason I can think of. She thinks she's
helping me. And, he and Anna both, were like, she did what?
Mm-hmm. Right. And so the social media reaction this weekend is about.
And then Jason has to go into damage,
damage. He's got to go figure. He's got to go spin this, fix this. These crazy kids. So the Twitter argument this week basically is how dumb Carly is. How could she do this? Shouldn't she know better? Why would she make such a stupid choice? How dare she go to Brennan and say all of these very specific things to him? And the only rebuttal that I have to that is keep watching the show. She did it for a reason, and they'll tell you why in no time. Just
yes. And this is a perfect opportunity this is a perfect opportunity. I don't know if you guys were listening at 9 o'clock when we were doing days,
Yeah.
but I was saying that I love the styling, one of the stylings of filming that they do,
Yeah.
where they will show you in a flashback the story and tell you the story, fill in the pieces for you,
Yeah.
and show you in a flashback that you've never seen.
Yes.
I love the styling of that.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect opportunity right now to do that on General Hospital.
Yeah.
Where Jason and Carly actually had a conversation about all this.
Mm-hmm.
And she went on Brennan. He knew she went to go see Brennan.
Yeah.
And it's a plot.
Shoot, maybe there was even more to this Brennan conversation that we didn't see.
Exactly.
You know?
And then if they could have this that kind of styling of flashbacks, of scenes, explanations, but we've not seen it, but it's a flashback. I like that. I like the way they do it. I like that style in Days. They don't do that on GH, but I think there's opportunity. I like it.
It makes me think of How to Get Away with Murder. I really liked how they structured that show. Because in the first episode of the season, they would show you the end of the crime and the very beginning of the story. And then throughout the first half of that season, they would continue the beginning in a forward narrative, and they would take the crime and do that in a backwards narrative.
Okay.
So basically, the main
I didn't
bulk,
watch that show.
Watch it. It's over. It's finished. It's completed. Had a final episode, a conclusion, everything. You could watch it. I think it's on Hulu. How to Get Away with Murder. And so half the season was structured that way. And then when those two storylines met mid-season, and then just continued a forward narrative at that point and didn't do any more back stuff. But during that time in that back stuff, you would see the aftermath. And then the next episode, you would see what led to the killing. Then from there, you would see what led to the killing. And then throughout this whole time, too, they would try to keep the body a mystery as much as possible. And so every week you're seeing, oh, well, it's not this person. It's not this person. It's not this person. And it was just so clever because at any time you were like, it could be any one of these main cast members. And you don't know until mid-season when they link up and you actually see the crime.
Clever storytelling,
it's
isn't
good.
it?
It's good. You can't do that on a soap. It's 5 days a week, way too challenging. I get it. They produce this thing like lightning, so I understand the very forward structure without going back too much. But yes, there is moments there where you could really like play with the audience and pull at their hearts and just take them on a ride if you just hold back some information and give it to them later. Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I also like it. I also like this way of storytelling too on soap opera. I like this too, where the audience knows, but it's only been told to the audience in a way, but the characters, they don't know.
Right. Yeah.
I like that.
I like that
start. I like that too.
Because then you're waiting. The anticipation is there. It's like, who's that? No, they don't. They then they get to do that that tag of, am I caught in a lie? Where they lie and then somebody's like, well, what do you mean? And then Valentine's like, right? And then it goes to commercial and then it comes back and he's like, I misspoke. I actually meant a ham sandwich. And Anna's like, okay. You love it. It's good stuff. She thinks it will speed up getting Jason out of working for Kate's, speculates the Jarly account. So we'll see.
Well, like he said, she thinks she's helping.
Yeah, see, here we go. Cinda's is giving you example here. Like the flashback that we were never shown, like Harmony going into Alexis's and Neil's bedroom and killing him.
Yes!
Shooting him through the toes. Yes. Melissa misses Harmony and her pseudo-lesbian relationship with Alexis. If it wasn't for the fact that they decided to kill off Igna, I really think they would have gone in that direction.
I thought they were, yeah. Alexis was thinking, hey, maybe Christina can notice something. Maybe
Christina's onto something here. Maybe she is. So I put up a poll on Twitter, Ma, and it only lasted an hour. And I wanted to know what Twitter thought of who the best mother in General Hospital is.
The best mother.
The best mama in GH.
Best mother on General Hospital. They're all so flawed.
I gave a poll. There was 3 options, and then the 4th option was other.
Okay.
But, nobody seemed to really do that other one. So the three options were Sam, Liz, and Carly.
Okay.
The winner, according to Twitter, and the 33 people that voted in the house.
That's not bad for an hour.
No, it's not bad. Elizabeth,
Elizabeth?
55% of the vote. So well over 15 people think.
Well, like I said, they're all flawed.
They're all flawed. I would say of the options that I gave, Elizabeth would be the winner of that. Sam is not winning any awards, any trophies right now on mothership. I think that you're right. She's being a little too intense. Jason's right. She's being a little too intense. She's going to push Danny right out of the penthouse. You know?
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
and
And
that's not good.
he's going to be mad at her too.
He's
When
gonna be-
he
he's gonna be
finds out that,
PO'd.
when he finds out that there was a computer glitch or whatever at school, and she automatically went to,
Jason, where's our son?
and
What coffee bag is he
automatically,
hiding in, Jason?
yeah, I don't think Danny's going to be happy about that.
Nope.
But also though, we know when Sam was talking with Dante, she was saying she wants to help Jason now. She's not so mad at him anymore. She
Right.
wants to help him
Well, she's not so mad anymore right now.
right
Because he left a key piece of information out of his explanation to her, which is the Carly of the situation. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Sam is going to be like, oh, that B word, she's always in my way. I hate her so much. I'm so jealous of her life. That's not what I'm saying.
now.
But the I would never choose to leave my family statement is going to be misunderstood when she finds out about the Carly part. What do you mean you chose to protect Carly rather than be here for your boys? I think, and I said this on the Thursday thing, I think that there's a bit of information that's being overlooked, or maybe something that I'm assuming, at least. And that is, if Jason said no to this, it's not like they would have said, okay, set him free, and then arrested Carly. They would have arrested Carly and kept Jason and thrown them both into prison.
Exactly.
So when it comes down to it, whether or not he helped Carly or said no right away, he still would have been away from the family. So
Yeah,
he didn't really have a choice in being separated from Port Charles. He had a choice in what he could do while separated from Port Charles, but he didn't have a choice.
And I don't even see how they didn't realize that he was Jason. He used a fake name.
Pikeman didn't know.
Yeah, Pikeman didn't know.
Pikeman didn't know.
They actually, you would think as Sonny's enforcer, they would have just known who he was.
I think, didn't Pikeman come about after Jason was collapsed on? Or was that before?
Well, it was probably right
I
after.
don't know. Some of this stuff you just got to take, because like, how would that fudge? Is there not a single person in Port Charles, visiting or otherwise, that doesn't know that Sonny Corinthos is a crime boss? Natalia, how do you not know? How do you not know?
Exactly. How do you not know?
You're spending 20 of 24 hours a day on social media, on the news, all that stuff, watching, looking, learning, reading, seeing what's going on everything that is and surrounds your daughter. How would you not know that the father of who your daughter is dating is a suspected crime boss? There's just no logical way for that to make sense to me. So what I have to do in this situation is just accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
Which is she doesn't know.
Yeah. That seems goofy, but oh well.
It seems goofy. Oh well, who cares? Like, this is when I'm going to take a Daddy T line out. Is the story good? Am I enjoying what they're doing? Is the little plot that they're playing right now fun? Cool, I'm into it. I'm happy. I'm with it. I will talk up Maurice Bernard and Ava LaRue as a pair until my entire beard is gray.
They've known each
Chandra
other
thinks
for a
that
long
Natalia
time.
is actually an Alcazar. Maybe
Could be.
Blaze is Blaze after all.
I would love it.
Wouldn't that be
I
something?
would love it.
Wouldn't that be something though?
It would be
Right?
so fun.
Like, we came up with this whole Rogers thing to throw Sonny off of his game. A very long con. We've even roped Eloy into it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Eloy
Well,
is older. He's older than Blaze.
Yes, he's older than Blaze and got a different daddy.
And he has a different dad. Yes, from a previous marriage.
Yes. And she said a previous relationship.
Ooh, previous relationship then. Okay.
And and she and Blaze Allison's father are separated.
Yes.
He said that in there. Yeah.
Well,
Oh boy,
who could
they like
stand with
each other.
Natalia? Like, come on.
Yeah. They like each other. They like each other. Yeah, she is falling for the dimples, isn't she?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. You're falling for the dimples.
I'm curious to, you know.
She's gonna be right in his corner, just like he's so misunderstood and such a good man.
Why is everyone so abandoning him? Why are they so alienated from this man? Oh, that's why. Oh.
You better watch yourself, Natalia, because I tell you what, Ava is capable of a lot. Better watch yourself.
So yeah, I mean, so Natalia's going to the wedding with Sonny.
I know.
It's a pretty foregone conclusion, right? Even if they haven't said so on the show, it's what's happening, right? Like, it's pretty obvious.
Well, they said it on Friday. He invited her to go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
He invited her to go. So, and that was the last thing that happened at the show. Well, on Friday was Ava. Ava told, Sonny told Ava he was taking Natalia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I understand. I know that they don't want me there. And she's backpedaling, because she stormed out of the Metro Court. So she's backpedaling
that's another good scene too.
Yeah. Backpedaling, trying to like smooth things over with Sonny. And then she goes and sees a pharmacist, and talks to him about. Now, I was unclear. I didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Does the pharmacist know that his prescription's at a quarter?
Yes.
He does know.
Yes. There's no way that the pharmacist wouldn't. I mean, I know that I constantly say that GH isn't the real world, but when it comes down to this thing, I think they should probably be as accurate as they possibly could on it. Mm-hmm. There is no possible way, unless your pharmacist is an idiot, that they don't know how strong in the medicine that they're building for you is. Mm-hmm. There's no way. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the pharmacist is totally in on it. He's been paid off by Valentine.
Yeah.
He's on the take by Pikeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, he knows he just lying.
This is going to blow up in Ava's face so hard.
It's going to look like Ava did it.
Yep.
And that's going to be brilliant. Yeah, I mean, they brought up her murders. They brought up Morgan. They brought up all of this stuff to remind you exactly why she's in a position where people aren't ever going to trust her, and she should have just really enjoyed the last 6 weeks for what they were, and then moved on with her life from there. But she's not gonna, because she got the taste for it again, and also at the same time now she's being burned. And when you burn Ava, literally or emotionally, you're gonna get back at you.
Oh my gosh! And I think Carly will come to Sonny's defense too. I do.
Yeah.
When all this comes out and stuff, and she's gonna be have a big torch for Ava.
I really don't know I don't know how this thing is going to progress, and I like that. I like the fact that I don't really know what to expect. That means that whatever does come is going to be a surprise.
And then Morgan could fall through the
skylight.
And he could say give Ava a break. See, I'm not dead.
What should happen? This is great. Oh, there would be a riot in the street. Oh. Morgan jumps through the skylight like Jason did to try to save the day. But he messes up, cuts an artery, and bleeds out the Metro Court floor, trying to come back to save the day. It's Morgan, he's alive. Oh, no. It's like that scene from The Walking Dead when Maggie saw her sister, was rushing over to the hospital to go see her sister. And then they were going to let the sister go, but then there was an issue. She stabs the sheriff lady, and the sheriff lady reacts by shooting her in the head because it's a zombie apocalypse. And that's just muscle memory now. As I'm being attacked, boom, shot you in the head. So she does that on The Walking Dead. Maggie's sister blown away into smithereens 3 minutes before Maggie gets to this hospital to reunite. They bring her body out and she's dead. Maggie collapses to the ground, all that kind of stuff. Really, really, really great work. Great scene before, the show totally turned into garbage. Good stuff all around. So I want that for Morgan. All right. Come back for 5 minutes and just die. Oh, the riots in the street, Ma. The riots in the street. Charlie confirms that's who Valentine paid off, the pharmacist. So yeah, he's totally in on the know. They were referring to the pharmacist as Dick Van Dyke on Twitter. Jay Bernard was.
Yeah.
Jacarius, we already did that. They're the best worst mothers on GH. We did that.
And never mind.
I don't know. Whatever. There's so much going on, right? And everything is speculation.
Yeah.
Like I just said, we have no idea what direction any of this stuff is going in. You know,
Mm-mm.
when it comes to find out that Sonny learns that his pills have been messed with and that problem is fixed, does
Mm.
that mean that the crew gets back together? Or is the tension still there? Is it still too broken? Is Sonny, even
Right.
medicated, still too upset over Jason and Carly's bond? I don't know. I don't know what's going on or what to expect.
Oh, he'll be okay. Natalia's going to make him feel all better about it.
Chandra is amazing, Mother. And let me tell you why.
Why?
She just needs to write ad copy for you or something. Okay? Coach Chandra, Solutions by Sandra, Chandra LLC. Ava's going to need to pull that black wig out of storage. Or buy one from Mama Cat at this link. So she can be Denise Demacusio. Denise Demacusio? I don't know. It must have been some sort of alias that Ava had at some point.
Don't remember
I
it.
don't know. A black wig, though. Black wig out of storage? I remember Ava wearing wigs, okay? If there's three actresses that you can guess when you say, oh, when the time they wore the wig, it's either Ava, Liesel, or Alexis.
I like Ava's hair better this week. You know, when they had the little fringy, all the fringy bangs, wasn't really digging it. But now that they give her a little bit of a swoop, I like it better. And it looks like, I don't know if Maura's doing this on purpose. Perhaps she'd like to have a little longer hair, but Ava very often has a very short haircut, and they seem to be letting Maura's hair grow. It's about not here now.
Change it up.
Not such a tight. She used to have such a tight bob, short bob.
Remember when she had to wear the wig when she went into hiding? Chandra reminds us, and had a New York accent. Jeannie adds on.
Gosh.
I don't know. I definitely didn't see it.
One of the things I loved that they did with Ava, I thought it was cool that they made Delia Ryan her mother.
Yeah, isn't that a cool little tie-in? And they even recently, in the last couple of months, were like, oh, somebody visited Delia, or they kidnapped Delia, or put Delia somewhere, or somebody went to the Delia's bar and like threatened her in some way, and it's like, oh, that's Ryan's Hope.
Yeah,
it's in Ryan's Hope City.
Yeah, that's Ryan's Hope bar.
Oh my God, Ryan's a bar. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ava once faked her death and came back as a brunette, pretending to be her own cousin Denise, so she could be near her kids. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know anything about that. Sonny will take Avery back again.
I think so too.
Yeah, they're going to be in the custody battle.
I think there's going to be another big custody battle. Absolutely. I think he's going to try to take Avery back again, especially when all of this, and especially if he gets back on his meds and he's more even.
Can we let's just age up Avery at this point. Let's get to the problematic teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and maybe that's why. It's like, hey, yeah, and she's like, no, and he's like, yeah, right? You know how they do. Let's see. I must ask again. If Finn is drinking lizard blood, then where is Roxy? See, that's a reference to something I said earlier.
He doesn't say anything about Roxy
anymore. I'm so sorry to tell you this, Melissa, but he drank all her blood. Ava will have everyone against her just as Nick gets out of jail. I don't know. They shipped Nicholas off. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but Adam Huss is always filming something.
Yes, he's very busy.
So when it comes down to it, I don't know if there's necessarily a big need for General Hospital to bring Nicholas in right now, and recasting him again would be crazy. Like it would be more trouble than it's worth, really, to recast again. And at the same time, Huss is so busy, it's not like he's calling Frank Valentini going, hey guy, any plans? What's going on?
Well, we also know though from meeting him, he really loves being on General Hospital.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not interested.
He would
But
love to.
when it comes down to it, he's still making money being an actor, you
Mhm,
know. And so if the show doesn't have room,
mhm.
it doesn't necessarily have to be like pushing for it in order to pay his bills. You know what I mean?
And he writes and produces
He
too. He
writes
does
and produces, like he's
that.
super involved in stuff. He'd be a great person to have. Absolutely, like love to. I know for a fact he would love, because Wally Kurth does, to have the 9 to 5. He lives in Los Angeles. Like it would be a
Mhm,
great lifestyle job
mhm,
for sure.
mhm.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, so don't twist my words, folks. Uh, but I just don't see a big opening for Nicholas to rush back in right now.
Mhm. I don't either. I would love to know who bought Spoon Island though,
Nobody.
because and Ava said that again this week that she sold it.
Hmm.
She mentioned that she sold it again.
It'll
But
be somebody. I don't know. That's one of
I
those
want
things
to
too.
know who bought Spoon Island, and I want to know who shot Austin.
I think you're going to get one of those answers far sooner than the other, unless it's the same answer.
Never know.
They can pull a Days and recast Nick with the actor that played his brother, Greg Vaughn, who once played Lucky, can now be Nick. But Greg Vaughn is busy.
Yeah. Right now, he's right in the middle of a big baby storyline.
Yeah.
Days.
I don't see Greg Vaughn leaving Days anytime soon either. He
I don't
seems to
either. He's
be
been there for a long time
he's
now
been there
too.
for pretty much since he left his Lucky, and it seems really anchored into it and as an important player, has lots of scenes. Um, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think he's pretty happy there, but that's just a guess. That's just a guess. Michelle Stafford left GH, and I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
You know.
Went right back to Young and the Restless.
But then Young and the Restless was her home, though. It's
Yes.
like Steve
It
Burton
was.
leaving Days of Our Lives to go be Jason again,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Sin disagrees that they shouldn't recast Nicholas right away. Having Jason back front and center, that's enough. If they
Mm-hmm.
recast later, I'd prefer Marcus Coloma. 0% chance. 0% chance. I get it
Yeah, he
though.
was driving a flaming turd when he left you guys.
Yeah. It's not going to work out. Brennan bought Spoon Island, says Melissa. He just hasn't moved in because he's in jail.
It could be.
And Chandra will always believe that Cyrus owns it. Well, there you go. There's your answers.
Mm-hmm.
Finn and Gregory were great.
So,
Natalie and Sunday was
right,
great.
okay, Matt, what
Jason.
do you think about this? Who do you think recorded Laura? I mean, Carly.
I think it was Cyrus.
You think so?
I don't see why
So
it
there
would
was
be.
a recording of the white dress meeting, right?
Yes. In which she admitted to blowing up stuff and kidnapping moms and saying that I'm in charge of those crime mafia and all
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Which is something that she wouldn't have had to do if it wasn't for the staff act that both Sunny and Jason were not available at the time. I know that Jason was standing behind her at the meeting, but he had a bullet hole in his belly and like stab wounds from jail, and they had broke him out of jail so he could stand behind her at this meeting and then send him back to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the reason why she had to do this in the begin with is because Jason turned around to go save Britt and got arrested
Mm-hmm.
and stuff and was no longer available to run the mafia anymore. A big part of the Nixon Falls storyline was the tension of the fact that Sonny was alive, but not in town, leaving the Sonny vacuum
Mm-hmm.
and an opening for the Novaks and the whoever's
Yep.
they were
Yep.
to
Yep.
take over aggressively his entire
Yes.
operation. And by doing that, you can't just be like, oh, now your goons are listening to me. You have to get rid of the entire family.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. That's mafia law.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even leave the kid alive because that kid is going to grow up and shoot you.
Mm. That's why there's no living Novaks, huh?
Pretty much, right?
Well, Joey's in jail, isn't he?
I think Joey's in jail, but he avoided. Is he though? Or did he get murdered by Sonny? I don't remember. Didn't he get thrown into a lake?
He might have.
In
Oh, he
any case,
did.
yeah.
He did. They took him to they didn't take him to the Bonnie Barons,
No,
but they
I
took
think they
him to
just
that
threw him in the
creek in the road. That's not a good spot. That's not the. You
Charlie
stop
says he
at
wasn't
that
at the meeting.
creek.
Okay.
Not bad. It's not good.
I remember Jason being at the meeting, but my memory is just my memory. So whatever, who cares? It really is a minor detail. The whole thing is, she
Well,
wouldn't have had to do that if both of those guys were there.
I'm all for being it. I hope it is Cyrus because
Mm-hmm.
that puts Cyrus in the story. And I don't want Jeff Kober to go anywhere except for Prospect Park and film.
Yeah, I just want, I don't want him to go anywhere, but maybe to buy a house near the studio. Uh, he was shot with Brit, all that kind of stuff. List it all, Jarly, in the chat. Give the official timeline, and then when people come and rewatch this replay, they can listen to me muddle through with half truths, and then go into the chat replay and get the real truth. So go ahead. Like I'm not trying to be mean. Like hopefully that doesn't sound sarcastic. Please give us the truth. Hey Daisy, Blink didn't show up again. I'm gonna have to tweet Blink later and make sure that they're not hurt.
Okay.
Because I said, they showed up at 9 for Days for Dummies, and their chat contributions were all GH. Just, what do you think of Ava? What do you think of this? And I just said, hey, let's try to keep it for Days. We'll, keep it for Days right now. We'll talk GH at 11. And they said, oh, sorry, we usually talk about GH now, and they left. But they're not here now, and I want to make sure that they're not hurt, because it is an inclusive place. I just want to make sure that our hours spent on the soaps are about the soaps we're trying to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ms. Wu is a beast, says Chandra. She is the one that moved that bomb out of Jason and Carly's limo and into the Novak one.
She did.
Before it went kablooey smithereens.
Miss Wu is actually lethal.
Yes, yeah, she has proven to be, time and time again, the true most dangerous player in Port Charles. And here is why. Mother, are you ready for the why?
Sure.
She is the most patient crime boss in town. She will wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and then take action.
Well, she waits and waits and waits and contemplates, and then she strikes when the iron is hot.
Yes. So that makes her really dangerous, because she's not going to make a crazy move. She's not going to make an impulsive decision. Everything is going to be well thought out. Everything is going to be planned. She's going to be 5 or 6 steps ahead of everybody. She's probably 5 or 6 steps ahead of everybody right now.
Yeah. You know who would, oh my God. If Ava would join forces with Miss Wu, man, they could take over town. Really?
They took out the Novak and Buscemi families. Yeah, Jimmy Novak. I can't remember the fake name that we gave the other ones, because I didn't remember Buscemi. But whatever, it was a long time ago. Let's see, doing well, Daisy. Hey, Daisy. Joss and Dex will be back together soon. Absolutely, that foot race was one of love.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh
my gosh, yes.
I saw somebody making fun of Dex, though.
They're about to give Oscar's medal more visual than they should.
Oh boy, I don't know if Oscar's spirit wants to see that.
I know, right?
I saw somebody making fun of Dex online. It was too funny to not repeat. But they were embarrassed for Joss for being smoked by a person who runs like a 5-year-old. It was a funny joke, and I had a good chuckle at that. Again,
well, Joss don't want to be a doctor no more.
Joss doesn't want to be a doctor anymore. Whatever, who cares? I mean, she found her interest because she helped her boyfriend get over being shot. Like, that isn't necessarily the most passionate way to begin your. And she talked about it. She said, like, I'm going through this thing, and I'm like, in order for somebody to be a doctor, they should probably actually really truly want that in their life, and not just be like, well, I'm rich, this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, it's far too much work for it to just be a flippant kind of thing.
Really, when it comes down to it, I find it interesting that people are, and it is what it is. People are going to have their opinions about stuff. But there's a lot of folks out there that are really upset over Joss's choices and changing of life, and maybe not wanting to be a doctor anymore and all that. When she is the daughter of the richest person in the entire history of General Hospital.
Jasper Jacks.
Jasper Jacks alone has more money than the Quartermains and the Cassidines combined.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fact of the show.
Yeah. And Jasper's parents weren't poor either.
Jax's parents were not poor, and they are gone, which means that he is the heir of their entire fortune. Adding on to his entire fortune, he also only has one child, which is Jocelyn Jax, which makes her the sole heir to his billions and billions of Zuckerberg-style money.
I think her uncle might be alive somewhere.
Well, Jerry might be, but he's probably not a beneficiary.
He's probably not. He probably took him out of the will a long time ago.
So I just find it interesting that people are concerned about, well, she doesn't want to be a doctor anymore. When it really comes down to it, she could literally do nothing for the rest of her life and be perfectly fine.
She could be like Spencer, not do a damn thing.
And that's the whole thing. That was what I was leading to. Is it's okay for Spencer, but not for Jocelyn. And I just find that interesting. Now, also at the same time, I get it. Spencer's a dude and Jocelyn is not. And when it comes to optics and what you want to see and all that sort of stuff, maybe you want to see somebody that's a little more career driven and not just like, I'm rich. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't find a huge problem with her not wanting to be a doctor anymore. I'm totally okay with somebody who is comfortable in their life and has the money to do it, to figure out what it is that they really want to do. If you got time to do that, go for it. I didn't have time to do that. If I had time to dedicate to like being like a TV producer or a writer or, all that stuff, then I would have, rather than like working in warehouses and whatnot. It's a privilege.
Right.
It's a privilege to be able to do that.
Big time.
Hopefully she has some insight about it, like Tracy's gaining now. What a wasted life of all of this money that I did freaking nothing with, and and I don't know. I just think there's opportunity there.
Tracy had a lot of remorse about missed opportunity to actually bring some kind of goodness and grace.
Yeah. So just.
And also, Joss got she got a side hustle this summer as a lifeguard, which means the MetroCard pool's coming.
There you
Yay!
go. There you go. Now there is some there's some legitimate, changes that are happening in the direction of female characters on GH. 100%. Dudes are pretty much still where they're at, except for like Curtis. Curtis has shifted. Drew is doing more, but he still has the same job. It's really the female cast members that really seem to be female characters that seem to be in a state of flux right now.
And including Willow. Willow is now not going to be a nurse anymore.
So she's not going to be a nurse. She's going to go home. All right. And that's kind of in the same vein as what people are finding issues with when it comes to Willow's choices. I don't want to work anymore. I'm going home. Jocelyn, I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I'm going home. Trina, I'm not going to study art anymore. I'm going home. It's like, like there's a lot of that going on right now. And it's a legitimate observation and legitimate opinions and legitimate feelings that it's inspiring in people who want to see different stories played out with female characters on TV.
Well, we are going to get new stories for all three of them because of the changes in the character.
Right. I just, it's hard. It's an interesting thought process for me because it's a legitimate observation, but also at the same time, the show is on 5 days a week. The narrative is constantly growing, moving, and moving towards something. That's something that the new writing team has that the previous one didn't, was, in my opinion, a direction that they're headed in. They were headed toward the wedding.
Yeah.
And so that's where everything is going. Is a lot of the show headed toward this wedding? Yes. But also at the same time, we haven't had a wedding of this magnitude depicted on the show in 15 years.
A long time.
This magnitude. We talked about it on Thursday in the reaction, in my live reaction. It was brought up, big soap weddings. This is the biggest soap wedding we've had in a long time. Even comparison to like Portia and Curtis, comparison to Maxie and Peter, which were sizable.
Yes.
This is enormous.
And the Peter and Maxie one was supposed to be a double wedding, remember?
Yeah, and then Mac punched Peter. That was so good. Yeah. Easy there, Chandra. Joss is an heiress just like Nina. She is. Joss had no idea how much time and energy are required for medical school. And there you go, too. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she
Mm-hmm.
she saw Adam completely destroyed by learning how to be a doctor, and she even said to Trina, "I don't think that that's going to happen to me, but it was definitely a window into what the life is like
Yeah.
of the studying and the learning."
Yeah.
When Jerry Jacks is your uncle, says Melissa, then learning environmental science is the least you can do. You may have to purify the water table because of his biological warfare to mammals. The two families put a bomb in the limo meant for Jason and Spinelli and switched the electronics to their car and blew up when their car started, remembers Kelly. So there's some more details for you as to the end of the Novak line.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Chandra says that Jocelyn was wise to change her mind. And I agree there. I agree there. I think we need to give the show time. Let these characters flounder around until they figure things out. Gio Cerullo, I think his name is debuting next week.
I saw a picture of him. One good-looking kid.
He's a good looking kid. He's 19 years old, so he's a little older than the original information that I got.
Okay.
So he's age appropriate for us young adult college kids. He will be the youngest of the cast members, but he's not so young that it's inappropriate
Right.
or so old that it's
And we
inappropriate.
don't really know what are they going to depict him as?
Oh, probably 21.
Yeah, like Jocelyn.
Yeah, like I'm going to violin college. I'm
Mm-hmm.
transferring to PCU this fall to learn because PCU is basically Ivy League, right? PCU is everything they needed to be.
So there's actually two characters coming because this Geo character's coming,
And
and then
Eloy.
Eloy's going to show up too.
Yes. The thing
Better
is,
time.
though, I haven't seen a face for Eloy.
I haven't either.
So I
In
don't know how
fact,
close.
when I first saw the photo of this young man that's going to play Geo, I just assumed that was Eloy
Nope.
until I read it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know I don't know when Eloy is going to show up. I don't know if it's the wedding. I know they talked about it and but it wasn't. They talked about it because they talked about it. They didn't talk about it as in Eloy's coming to the wedding. I want him to be here at the wedding to be my +2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was in conversation about you pushed my brother out of the life because of what you're doing right now, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Stop doing this. You're going to push me away like Eloy.
And tell you what's wrong with you.
She's very concerned. We're going to find out why. There's
Yeah.
something in her past that is pushing this level of control. Some sort of control that she didn't have over her own trajectory in life, or something that's bleeding down, some sort of generational trauma.
Yeah. The idea of her being an Alcazar, I love it. I love it. Want that to
She
happen.
just walked away from it. Michelle loves the new writing. The scenes are longer, the actual building of friendships, relationships, and family moments, and they seem to know where they're going. There's an actual plan. Really, yeah. When it
I
comes
agree.
to the structure and pace and direction and clarity of the show, I think it hasn't been stronger in years and years than it is right now. I think what a lot of people are taking offense to or having objections to is just the content of the stories themselves. It is very much, are we having a crime day or a Quartermain day?
That's
You know,
true.
it's very much separated into those two camps. And then
It
when
is.
Brooklyn and Chase get married, everybody's going to be there, and so there isn't going to be a differentiation. Is this a crime day or a Quartermain day? It's a whole day. But since
Mm-hmm.
every story has bled up into this,
Mm-hmm.
Jason Finn and Gregory, wedding, 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 wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Natalia, Sunny, wedding, 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 wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jason going to be there? Wedding, wedding, wedding. Ava, I'm not coming to the wedding, wedding, wedding. Wedding, 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 wedding. Like the only
Yep.
person that hasn't been invited to this dang thing is Carly, right?
And I don't think she's going to be invited.
I don't think she's going to be invited. She and Jason are going to be off doing some sort of something while this wedding is going on with Jagger and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we have very much a crime day or a Quartermain day. Crime day, Quartermain day.
Sure.
But it's been leading up to this wedding. Once the wedding goes away, once the wedding happens, whatever pops off at the wedding, I think potentially, I don't know for sure, but I think we're going to see a few more branches come off of that event than what we're seeing right now. Because we have two things leading to one. And then when we get there, I think then that's when we're really going to start to see what the writer's plans are past that.
Yeah.
I'm running out of air.
Are you running out of air?
Oh, yeah. Eloy is Dex. Who is Eloy? Eloy is Blaze's older brother. So is
Yes.
Trina getting
Blaze
2 new
is,
suitors? No, I don't think so.
yes.
Just because they
Eloy
mention a
is
dude
Blaze's.
doesn't mean that he's coming in to date Trina. Plus, Eloy,
No,
plus
but
Eloy is older than Blaze. Blaze is clearly 30.
yes.
If Eloy is older than Blaze, and Trina's 21, and Eloy's 35, that's likely not going to be the case. Who
Yeah.
should be watching out for Eloy is a man named Mr. Michael Corinthos.
Hmm.
Because, Mama, this one Willow lady, she's not as happy with Michael as she thinks she is.
You don't think so, huh?
She is far too eager to hug TJ and flirt with Drew.
She does. And one of the last time, one of the I believe they were in the boathouse. I mean the gatehouse, and I believe, and it just seemed a little weird that um Drew kind of like put his hand on the small of her back and left
Mm-hmm.
it there for a long time.
Yes, so they're Drew is becoming the cad.
Mm-hmm.
It's entirely possible that there might be a Willow and Drew mistake. Daisy says that I think Gio is for one day. No, Gio was included in the big cast photo that they just put up on Twitter this week, which
Hmm.
was filmed clearly weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks after the wedding. They had a big 60th something.
Mm.
I think ABC honored them. They gave them a special plaque and a cake and stuff. So
Okay.
ABC, the network, said congratulations for making it to 60 years. I think they're their 61st now, but
Mm-hmm.
their anniversary was last month. So I think they had a big shindig, a big what to do. And in that was the pictures. I shared a little clip of Mac there
Uh-huh.
and like Maxie looking great and all that kind of stuff. Go to Twitter, look at that. But this guy, Gio, is still with the full cast.
Yeah.
So he there.
He's probably gonna live in the Quartermain house.
I would imagine so. Oh, Gio's, yeah, I'm moving to town. I'm gonna join PCU in the fall. Well, come live with us during the summer then.
Yeah. And then the Lois gonna put him underneath her wing.
Yeah. Yep. And we'll have more Brooklyn music stuff. Maybe she can actually distance herself, walk away from Deception at that point, because Tracy has really grown a lot over the
Yeah.
last couple of months. She might even be ready for Brooklyn to be like, hey, Tracy, by the way, you want to just let Maxie run the dang thing? And Tracy might even just go for it
She might.
at this point.
Might.
Eloy and Jordan. Well, there you go. Maybe. I mean, technically, though, Eloy would still be like 20 years younger than Jordan. Don't
But
let
not
Tanisha
look
Harper
at
fool
me.
you. Jordan's 50, okay? Don't let Tanisha Harper fool you. Willow does flirt with Drew, and she does love hugging TJ. You're right, Diane.
Mm-hmm. Now, if Drew winds up in the sack with mama and daughter, that's dirty.
Tad the Cad, says
Yeah.
Kelly. He did it. Liza and Marion, right?
Sure did. Liza and
And Marion, right?
that was, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was great stuff.
Oh, God.
Marion, and oh my God, it was good stuff. It's good stuff. I hope Michael Knight comes back. I liked him on General Hospital. I like Marty. I thought, I like some comedy. I like two things in soap operas a lot: comedy and violence.
Good stuff. It's good stuff. All that drama in between just makes the comedy and violence better.
Exactly.
Well, in positive news, Michael E. Knight had a birthday in the last 2 months or so, and the General Hospital account wished Michael E. Knight a happy birthday, and they only do that for people that they're currently working with.
That's good.
So,
I like that.
he's still on their roster. They just, I mean, last I heard, Michael Knight had something to do, but that was a long time ago now. So I really don't know what the status is. It's just waiting. There's a lot in flux on the show, okay, so we haven't seen Elizabeth in like 20 years at this point. Okay, like they say her name, we haven't seen her face. I haven't seen a lock of hair in Elizabeth in a long time, it seems. I mean, it probably was last week, but it feels like it's been a long time. But
Last time we saw her, I think, was when she was talking to Aiden. Aiden came into the hospital.
Yeah.
With his spray painted backpack.
Yes. Yeah. What happened? And then she talked to Portia about it, and then I think that was the last scene. And then probably not going to get much of it unless it's little bits during the wedding. of next week, but
Mm-hmm.
next week is going to be very heavy inside the Quartermain house. And we've seen pictures. It's going to be a beautiful spring wedding. Everybody's in beautiful colored clothes. It's going to be wonderful. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was saying something about something. Where was I going? I was
And
talking
I
about
believe
Elizabeth.
the reception dinner stuff is at the Metroport,
It's going to be great.
not at the house.
It's going to be great. So we haven't seen Elizabeth, but also at the same time, so much is in flux right now. So much is changing that not seeing Elizabeth is working out in her favor in this way. Nothing is changing for her.
Yeah.
A lot of the people that we've seen, things are changing for them in major ways. Jason's back. My life is completely different. Drew clearly is going in whole different directions. Nina, it's like that time she spent with Sunny has been completely erased from her life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the last couple of years didn't even happen with what is going on, with who she has available in her circle, all that kind of. It is just such an interesting thing.
It's like Nixon Falls was just a dream.
Well, what I think it does is really support the fact that Nina and Mike were an item, and it was never really Nina and Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Any moments that they had was just Mike coming out for a visit.
Exactly.
A little dance that they
I
had,
agree
a
with
little
you
smooch.
100%.
It was just Mike coming out for a visit, and
She
Sunny was living
never
life.
fell in love with Sunny.
But yeah. And I think we're really, like, without spending time having conversations of the characters saying, well, what's going on? Well, it's like I was in love with Mike and he came to visit. Without just saying that,
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're allowing the audience to come to that conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. I like it when the show thinks I'm smart. All right. The new writers are remembering what characters don't get along. Carly has no business being at the Quartermain wedding.
Well, it is weird when she's in the house because, boy, there's a lot of history there.
Mm-hmm. I guess the Quartermains forgave Sunny for AJ. Here's the thing. Carly's connection to that wedding is the Quartermain side of the family. Doesn't really get along with the Quartermain side of the family too well. Shows up every once in a while when she needs to.
Mm-hmm.
Sunny's connection to the wedding is on the Cerullo side.
It's Bensonhurst connection.
It's the Bensonhurst connection.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the most appropriate thing in the world for Sunny to go to this wedding? No. Did the Quartermains invite him? No.
No.
Yes, no. Yes, no. Because Brooklyn's a Quartermain, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But he's there because of Lois. He's there because
Absolutely.
he has been a figure in Brooklyn's life since she was a super little baby. He's there to support the Cerullos, not offend the Quartermains.
Right.
This is one of those things that is so unlike reality that you just have to take it for what it is. You can't force reality into this situation. You cannot. Because otherwise, who the hell is going to be there but Gregory?
Yeah. You know what I want General Hospital to do? I want them to heal Brooklyn's voice.
Amanda Setton can't sing.
Doggone it.
But you know what? They could voice over, right?
Yeah, they could.
They could voice over. They could dub it. Let's see. I mean, that's how I see it. At least you can see it however you want. This is just my take, my side of things on the podcast that I decide to broadcast. You can think differently. It's totally okay. Carly is Michael's mom. Okay, Michael's not getting married.
Yeah. I don't think Carly's going to be there. I don't.
Mm.
I don't think there's a very good chance that Jason won't be there either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see why they're going to be there. They're going to be hanging out with, like, look, Anna's not going to be there.
Yeah, they're going to be over there at the coffee
Valentine
warehouse.
ain't going to be there. Dante's not going to be there. Sam's not going to be there. There's a lot of people in the cast who aren't going to be there, you know? Like, so we're really spending a lot of time wondering, well, why is Sunny? Like, okay. For the drama of it all.
Yeah, because there's going to be hijinks. You know? Something's crazy is going to happen.
Yeah, and I think that they also hit it on the head, too, a little bit, too, because wasn't Ava and Sunny's conversation more about what she did to Connie than Morgan?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Which is a connection to the Cerullo Canary Bensonhurst side of the wedding in which Sunny has been invited by.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah.
The Cerullos cannot stand her because of Kate. Kate Howard, Connie Falconeri.
Yes. So I think that works in that way. That's what I think, at least. And again, you just got to take it.
Yeah.
They need to have major characters there because something is bound to happen, says Daisy. Perfect. There you go. There's your TV logic that you have to apply when you're watching a television show. Again, it's on 5 days a week. It's been a part of everybody's life. They really love these characters, and it's like they grew up with them or watched them grow up, and it's like they're a member of the family. I totally understand that. But at the end of every episode, credits run. Every time. It's... you got to take it. You have to remember it's a TV show. And I'm not saying that you don't, Daisy. I'm just saying the people out there, you got to remember to not take it too. Carly will be at the reception because it's at her hotel, says Michelle. Well, there you go. She
That
doesn't have
makes
to go.
sense.
She doesn't have to necessarily see the things, but she can hang out behind the bar and make sure everybody's having a good time before going and hiding somewhere so she's not spotted.
Yeah.
And since it's going to be at the Metro Court, of course, that is a prime location for something to go down.
Oh my goodness, yes.
They're going to pop
That was
the
gonna happen.
champagne and they look inside and they're going to go, oh my God, Jerry Jacks has put a bomb in here. Ava told Dex that she'd see him at the wedding because of cheers. Well, of course Ava's going to crash that damn thing. She's going to probably show up in white.
Probably.
Something is bound to happen and Charlie will be around for some reason. Probably some sort of logical reason because they're at the heart of the action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because I don't want to harsh somebody's, I don't want to yuck somebody's yum. I'm yucking something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, like, I get that there's a lot of time spent on it. But the fact that Carly is in the Jason story and Jason's in the Sunny story and Sunny's in the Lois story and Lois is in the Brooklyn story makes perfect sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It all tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we know Carly's boring. What? Oh, I mixed two things together. We know Carly is nosy. Yeah, she's gonna be hanging out like behind the alcohol, just like.
Yep. Well, just like Jason said, he knew she was hiding.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew what not to say because he knew she was hiding.
Yes. God, I really enjoy that they have like ESP for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Dante is in the wedding party. You know what? You're right, David. You're right. I overlooked that.
Oh, well, Sam will probably be there.
Unless she doesn't want to. But maybe she will be. I mean, something crazy is bound to happen. There's no way it's not.
Yeah, and Danny is Brooklyn's cousin.
Yeah. Listen, at this point, something is going down at the wedding. I know like 4 weeks ago, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a simple day. Everybody's going to have a great time. It's going to be heartwarming and lovely. With all of the buildup that's come up to this, the fact that everything is leading up to this event shows me that something is going down.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people who want to see like, oh man, I hope somebody shows up with a machine gun and 20 characters die. That's not happening.
I don't think it's happening.
That's not happening. A couple of reasons. From number one, from my understanding, ABC, the network that owns General Hospital and always has the final say as to what they do because it is their show that they own 100% completely.
Mm-hmm.
Likes the large cast. They feel as though it's a good way to show diversity. It's a good way to not to tire out particular characters, and also gives credence and realism to the city of Port Charles.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. Is there a lot of characters? Yes. But are these characters kind of up to something at all times? Yeah. Is it every day? No.
Mm-mm.
But they all got something going on. And if they don't have something going on, they're just not on. And I'm okay with that. I don't want a bunch of wasted time seeing somebody eating oatmeal. Like, it's not interesting.
No, we don't want
into your
Sasha's
cereal because your
character to
boyfriend
turn
got
into
knocked off
someone
the
that
boat.
just makes oatmeal either.
So, anyway, I don't know my points anymore. It's time to wrap up. I'm forgetting what I'm saying by the time I get to the end of it. Excuse me.
Yep.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Yes, please.
I respect that some believe Brooklyn and Chase are boring, but I love them together. There you go.
I like them better together in 2.0 than the 1.
It's like, it's like they're in 3.0 now, pretty much, right? Because
true,
1 was good. 1 was the Bailey stuff, and they were sharing the house. And people were just anticipating and loving it and loving it and loving it. And then they hooked up, and the baby went away, and they just kind of sat in a room together.
Yeah.
And then they turned it back up.
Yeah.
Matt needs more coffee, screams Kelly. You know what? You're right. You're right. I do. I don't know where my bug is anymore. Let's wait until it airs instead of speculating who's going to be there and what's going to happen. Well, yes, Kelly, I agree with you on that. The only reaction that I have to say to that particular sentence is, I gotta talk about something on the podcast. There's gotta be a little bit of speculation. For the most part, though, there doesn't need to be like arguing. That's the main thing.
No.
Like to tell somebody that what they want is stupid is just lame. I hate that. I hate that. I don't need to see Liz washing laundry when I can watch Nina do something stupid. There you go.
I can't believe that Willow going to give her mama another chance, you guys. Can you believe that?
Well,
she's going to give her mama another chance.
How else is there supposed to be drama?
No time. It'll take no time for Nina to mess it up.
How else are they supposed to stop stories about how Drew's wing ding looks?
Right?
Hang out, right? Notice it has that weird little curve at the end? Yeah, it's like a sharp 90-degree angle.
Oh my gosh, that was a bad circumstance.
Like, did something happen in the war? Something happened in the war. How did Sam not notice that it was so different than Jason's?
I know, right?
I remember that's early podcast conversation between you and me. That's something I remember you saying early on was, it makes 0% chance to me that Sam never knew that Drew wasn't Jason when all that changed was this. Because if you're married to one for so long, you know that thing inside and out.
You should recognize it.
You will know it. You could see a picture of it on the internet and go, why is my man's dick on the internet?
Exactly. That's funny.
Speculation is part of the fun, says Melissa. Yeah. Speculate too, Kelly. Speculate with us.
One of our favorite things to do, actually, is speculate.
Yeah, you're going to make it fun, though. Just, make sure you be nice about it. Anyway, get out of here. Get back down to the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Go into the parking garage, perfectly safe. Everybody's getting ready for a wedding. Plus, Victor Cassadine's not there to continue to threaten us.
Unfortunately.
I know. I miss the voice. Tune your radios to the previous episodes of The 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. And if you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on Twitter at 10th Floor GH, and I will send you in the right direction.
We will.
I will.
You will.
You can give us a follow while you're there as well and join the conversation all week long that we have about soaps, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, and all that cool, fun stuff.
And we'll be back on Thursday for a dip.
We're going to be back on Thursday with Skinny Dip.
We're going to do a skinny dip.
Still unsure exactly what the topic's going to be, but it'll be about something.
Yeah.
It'll be about something.
Yeah, it'll be about something.
It might even be something that's inspired by the week's events.
Maybe.
Who knows? But pay attention to Twitter there. We'll share some information on that. Chandra, of course, sharing the links as always in the chat, so thank you very much for that. Join us on Thursday. Join us again next Sunday, 9 a.m. for Days for Dummies, 11 a.m. for 10th Floor Podcast. I feel like there's something else I need to plug, but I don't. Oh, if you liked my live watch, go there and like the video. Go there and comment on it if you so choose and please. And Melissa already did, so thank you for that. But go find that. Watch a little bit of that. If you enjoyed that format, I'd be happy to continue to do it for you. But I don't want to put my TV watching on the internet if nobody cares. So let me know. And I can play with the format too and not just have me kind of sitting there in the middle and being like, wow, that was a good scene, you guys, now that I'm on a commercial break, All right, out of here. Get out. Go spend some time with your families. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
We'll catch you next time right here on the 10th Floor. Goodbye.